as fighting by RPA was in progress towards the capture of Kigali, immediately Nyamvumba and Dani Munyuza, with their team, as they were springing from the northern border in Kalama, Muvumba area, they started killing the Hutus from Zone Tampo, or former demilitarized zone, in areas of Rokomo, Mimuri, Ngarama, Gituza, and later Nyamvumba Patrick, who is today a general, continued to kill Hutus in Mulambi, then continued to Rokara, where he operated well, being deputized by Kazura Jean Bosco. Also, along the Rwamagana Kigali Road, killings supervised by James Kabarebe and Silas Odahemuka from the Kagame protection. These killings were going on in areas along Rwamagana Kigali Road, starting with Rwamagana area, Musha, Rugende, and Muyombo, and then Kabuga itself. Mass graves were dug and victims were thrown in and buried along this road from Rwamagana to Kigali. On the eastern axis of advance under Fred Ibingira, a lot of people were killed and buried into massive graves, including big numbers of those that were killed and thrown into River Kagera. Also after the takeover of Kigali, and probably in a brief period of a year and a half after, Kagame and Nyamwasa's DMI network, in a collaboration again with a few of their special officers from the clique like Nziza, KK, and many others, started a new wave of killings. The killings that in most cases took the lives of even the Tutsi genocide survivors, because when they were gathering them from their home areas, they deceived them that they were being recruited into the military. And at times they were told they were moving them for safety because the war was still in progress in the south and the western part of the country. Therefore, they did not know who was a Tutsi and who was not. All they needed is to kill big numbers. Hence, the act was done by ferrying the youth from all prefectures of the country, starting with the western prefectures of Ruhengeri, Gisenyi, and Kibuye as a priority, and then swept southwards to Cyangugu, Gikongoro, and Butare. As these acts were going on, concomitantly, killings were going on in around Gabiro Garrison areas in Akagera National Park. There was already a big force on the ground in areas of Byumba and Kibungo prefectures under the command of today's General Patrick Nyamvumba, who was deputized by today's General Jean Bosco Kazura. Apart from the original killing sites around Camp Gabiro, at the Presidential Lodge, also the building referred to as Habyarimana's house, a building that I can compare to the Jewish Auschwitz of the 1940s in Poland, and in the so-called new camp, a camp that was formerly for the Akagera National Park game rangers. Those two sites were used longer than the rest of other killing sites in the Akagera National Park. Also, other sites were scattered in the Akagera National Park, distributed to each of the park lakes, namely Lake Nasho, Lake Hema, Lake Rwanyakizinga, Lake Hago, and other surrounding swampy areas. The killing of Hutu youth by RPF under Kagame continued uninterruptedly from April of 1994 all the way to 1995 December, and there were many other killings, spontaneous ones, that were done in the years after. This time we are trying to limit it closer, within 100 days and a little, closely after the 100 days from April to July of 1994. That doesn't mean that killings went on for other years that followed. That should be noted. Other sites used to kill Hutu people during that very period between April 1994 and December 1995 were established by General Patrick Nyamvumba when he was appointed a commanding officer for RPF's 1st Battalion based in Gikongoro, and his forces deployed to control Nyungwe Forest. He established killing sites in the Nyungwe Forest, and he was using his soldiers to do the work. Later, the number of sites in Nyungwe were expanded by today's General Emmanuel Gasana, alias Rurai, when he was the IO of 301 Brigade. He added 2 more sites. Also, in 1994, General Aloisi Muganga, who was the commandant of Gashora Training Wing, established the killing sites of the Hutus in Izari Karama, which was an agricultural research center, and Kamabuye in areas of Bugesera. All of these Hutu killings were committed by the leadership and under the orders and directives of the ruler of Rwanda today, President Paul Kagame. Those Hutu killings were well known by Rwandans of all walks. There is no way these killings by RPF under Kagame can be hidden. They are on record.